Slaughterhouse currently sits at 28 in the demon list. It was verified by Daigo on the 19th of December in 2021. It stayed top 1 until Acheron overtook it on October 7, 2022. Slaughterhouse is considered to be the best top 1 in the whole game, and it got me wondering, what if Slaughterhouse was top 1 again?
Go. Let's go. Cash on me, like I hit the lottery. Trip, watch on how they follow me. Wait, honey's blue, yeah, I got them all on me. Go, let's go.
Alright, so the pre-jump I'm actually going to make even harder. Let's actually test how hard these first few jumps are. So, as we can see, 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 frames on 360, so this is a 180 FPS frame perfect, and we're going to make it even harder. So let's move these 2 spikes. I'll move this to the right a bit, and now it should be literally a 1 frame. Yeah, it's a 1 frame now, and now let's do this for the rest of the spikes. Bro, look how many triggers there are. Bro, this level is actually insane. I have no idea how people decorate levels. Like, it just seems so crazy to me. Like, actually huge respect to creators that actually like decorate well. Actually fair though. Alright, so I completed the first few jumps, and they're pretty much all a 1 frame now on 360. So pretty much the hardest thing in the whole game right now. Alright, now we're into this second pre-jump part, and first of all I'm gonna make this saw blade like humanly impossible, because I'm such a great human being. Then this black orb is going to get buffed to oblivion, so I'm going to like move it like to the left. Alright, that should be good. And I'm going to make this ship a lot tighter. Alright, it should be pretty impossible now, and actually to make it even worse, I am gonna add my own little gravity portal here, that I'm gonna make it like back to reverse at the end. I'm such a great human being. Right, now we have this next cube part, and I'm going to make this jump a 1 frame. And I'm also going to add my own decoration to this. Alright, I did my own little decoration. Look how good this looks. Okay, he looks a little bit goofy, but just ignore it. Alright, this dash orb I'm gonna keep the same because it has so much aura. It's like kind of a little break after the pre-jump. Then we have the final pre-jump bar, which I'm first of all gonna make this 1 frame. This as well. Alright, this I'm gonna buff. I'm gonna move this down, and I'm gonna move this to the left a bit. So usually I have to jump on the edge of this block, so I'm gonna move this spike to the left a bit. I actually don't know if this is possible right now. I'm also gonna show a showcase of this at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Alright, I'm also gonna make this jump a lot tighter, move these to the sides more. Alright, we're almost at the drop, the last few jumps. And now we're at the famous drop. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buff this to literal oblivion. Like, look at this gap. This is literally a 1 frame, I think. And then these spikes I'm gonna buff. And I'm gonna add my own deco. Okay, this looks stupid, but who cares, bro? Alright, so I'm gonna buff even more. I'm also gonna move these saw blades even closer, so we have an even tighter gap than usual. Bro, this level is insane. How are you supposed to do this at 4x speed? And how they pop off do this 3 times in a row, bro? Like, there's literally no room for error here. I'm gonna move some of these structures as well. I can't change too much because there are like move triggers here. Alright, we're at the famous tunnel now, and we all know that this is way too easy compared to the rest of the level, so I'm gonna make it harder. Alright, tunnel done. Also, this might look weird, but you can't go under them because there are like these invisible spikes here. Unlucky for those who want to cheat. We finished the first wave. Now we're at this like little mini ship straight fly, which I'm gonna make even tighter. That's like pretty much impossible. Then I'm gonna make this gap tighter. There's usually this is a green orb, I think. I'm not actually sure. I think this is a green orb, so you have like literally no room for error here. And then this famous straight fly I'm gonna make tight. I just look at this straight fly, bro. How is anyone supposed to get through this? I'm pretty sure the player's hitbox is like this big. If you touch even like 1 millimeter of this, you're dead. And you're supposed to make this the whole way through. Alright, now we have this like open section here, which I'm not gonna do anything to this. And then you have to fit through this gap here. Like, that's physically impossible almost. It has to be top 1. And I don't think you guys know how hard top ones are these days. Alright, then we have this impossible boss section. I still don't understand how people do this. I played this for like 30 minutes, and now we're at the famous river, which you can see says get ready to die. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure that no one gets past this. So first of all, we're moving these spikes down a lot and moving this saw blade. Okay, this is just evil now, so we pretty much have to go through here. I don't even know how we're supposed to go through this, like just spam and inshallah. Alright, I also made this first click tighter, and the spam is just impossible. And now I'm gonna make it physically impossible almost. And then these saws here are way too easy, this is way too open. But I made this pretty much impossible, now I'm gonna make this even tighter. I'm gonna add my own little spike at the end here, so as soon as you go through this gap you have to click here, so you don't hit this spike. Alright, then we have a little bit of break here after that. And then we have this part where you have to fit through this like slope, so I'm gonna make it tighter. And then we have the famous river text here, which has like so much aura. And then these spikes I'm gonna move up, so it's like pretty much impossible. And I'm gonna add my own spike here as well. Wow, that's so much fun. Oh, wait, that actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna cap. Alright, river. Pretty sure this is the hardest part of the level now. Like, look at this gap, which you're supposed to go through. Alright, just look at this gap, bro. You do this part, and then you have to go through this gap. And this is all at like 4x speed, mind you. Alright, now we're done with rivers part, and now we're at the UFO. I'm gonna finish up this part and see what I cook. Alright, we're done with the UFO. Now I have this little wave section here, which has move triggers, so I can't really change this part. Like, I don't know how to. But I can change this part, and I can move the spikes up. I'm also gonna add my own little saw here. Look how well that sneaks in here. Alright, now we're in the straight fly, and I guess I'm just gonna move the spikes up a bit. Like the bottom ones. Alright, that's good. I made it like especially tight. Like, this is actually so tight. Alright, we're approaching the end now. We have this wave section which has a lot of move triggers again. Pretty sure this is top 1 already as well. I'm just gonna move this saw down by a lot. Alright, now we have this tight wave section, which of course I'm gonna buff and make it impossible almost. As if this wasn't already tight enough, I'm gonna make it like that. I move this saw blade down. This part kind of reminds me of defeated circles. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then please make sure to check out my defeated circles version as well. Alright, now we have this section. I'm just gonna move the spikes down from here a bit. That should be good. That should be impossible, I mean. And then we have this like little gap in between the saws, which I'm gonna make like this. Oh my god, bro. Okay, that's like really hard now. Then I'm gonna move this spike up. This part isn't that bad. Like, the ending of this isn't too bad. And then this straight fly, which I actually like really want to make harder, but I hope I don't mess it up. So I'm gonna do it like that. Alright, wait, what? I love this part. Who is that? Alright, we're at the ending already. This level is so short, bro. This level is only 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's crazy. And you already know that we're going to make these spikes a 1 frame. Alright, and that's Slaughterhouse if it was top 1. And now I'm gonna bot the level, get a macro, and I'm going to showcase it to you guys. Alright, that's the end of the video, and if you enjoyed, then please like and subscribe, and here's the showcase.